This is gonna be the Junk Converter combo. If you haven't seen the Junk Doppel combo, go ahead and check that out first because that one is a bit better, but this is in case you don't open up with that card variation. So all you need is a tuner with Junk Converter. So let's begin. You start off by discarding a tuner and Junk Converter. Searching your Junk Synchron, normal summon Junk Synchron, activate effect, targeting Junk Converter, special summoning it. You synchro into your Junk Speeder. This is where you can chain block Ash if it didn't ask this effect from hand, which is like the best time to interact with this deck. Chaining 1, chaining 2, targeting one of your Junk Synchron, summoning Stardust, Junk, and Jet. You then trigger the effect of Stardust Synchron, searching you Stardust Illumination. You can branch out from this in a few different ways, but I felt like utilizing the original Stardust Dragon because you're not going to be using its effect during your opponent's turn, and you're not going to be wanting to utilize its immunity effect. So we'll just burn the first Stardust. And the reason you do this is because Stardust Illumination has another effect where if you control a Stardust Dragon or a Synchro that lists Stardust Dragon in its text, you can special summon a Stardust monster from your deck instead, which is what we're going to do here. Activate Illumination, special summoning your trail. You then Synchro summon for a level 5. Synchro summon into your XL Synchron. You then trigger the effect of Jet Synchron, searching you a Junk monster, and Stardust Trail, giving you a level 1 token since you made Synchron Synchro with her. Search a second copy of Junk Converter. You then use the effect of XL Synchron, sending Stardust Synchron, reducing its level by 4, making it a level 1. You then Synchro summon a level 2 into your Celestial Star Double Shaman. Activate the effect of Shaman, summoning up to 4 level 2 non-tuners from your hand or grave. You then make your Librarian. You then Synchro Stardust Charge. Chilling 1, chilling 2. You then make your XL Synchro Stardust Dragon. Chilling 1, chilling 2. Reviving the Celestial Double Star Shaman. Draw the card. And then you Synchro 10 for a Baron. Drawing you another card. So this is the first variation. You draw 4, you get 1 Omni, potential negation of a destruction card, which is pretty cool. So let's rewind a bit and come back to this point. Because something that you'll notice is we can easily have gone XL Synchro Stardust Dragon, but then we wouldn't be able to utilize its effect because there would be no level 2 or lower tuner. We have a level 2 non-tuner, but that's not its effect. Its effect, it summons back a level 2 or lower tuner. So the way we go about it is not prioritizing summoning Trail to the field with Illumination and just simply sending it to the graveyard. We'll do that. We'll have to Synchro climb into Baron through charge. So we go ahead, Synchro summon, charge, draw a card. You then go Baron. You then activate Illumination, sending your Trail. You then activate the effect of Stardust Synchron, tributing one of your Junk Synchrons, which then will trigger your Stardust Trail since the monster was tributed. And now you have the level 2 or lower tuner in your graveyard to revive with XL Synchro Stardust Dragon. Synchro summon. Chilling 1, chilling 2, giving you a token since you made a Stardust monster with it. Reviving your Jet Synchron. You then Synchro level 2 into your Shaman. So you're gonna go chilling 1, chilling 2, searching you a Junk monster, adding you Junk Converter, resolving Shaman, summoning back your Junk Converter from grave, and Junk Converter from your hand. You then go into your Librarian, and now your Herald, drawing you another card. So this end board is a bit different. You didn't draw as much, but you end on 2 Omnis instead of 1, and you preserve your original Stardust Dragon in your extra deck. It's not the worst board because you still plussed. You plus 4, right? Because you initially started with 2 cards and you ended up with 4 monsters on the field. So it's not bad. So we're back here once again. In the first 2 combos, it's something you'll most likely be familiar with because you're not quite sure what to do. And that's what happens with this deck. There's a lot of freestyling involved, and you get interacted at the weirdest times because your opponent has no clue what to do against you. So you'll find yourself in those situations. But there's a cleaner way to do this, because you can't be fixated on, oh, I have to summon Trail from the deck. That will happen sometimes, but we can simplify it. Activate Illumination, sending Trail to your graveyard. We then do an older sequence. Banish Illumination, increasing Stardust by 1. You Synchron summon into your Baron. You then activate the effect of Stardust Synchron, tributing your Jet Synchron, triggering your Trail. You then Synchro summon for your XL Synchro Stardust Dragon. Chaining 1, XL Synchro Stardust Dragon. Chaining 2, Stardust Trail, giving you a token, since you Synchro summon a Stardust monster, reviving your Jet. You then Synchro summon level 2. Your Shaman, activate the effect of Shaman. You won't be utilizing the effect of Jet Synchron because there's no room, and you can't search another junk because all junks are done. But if you had a third junk in deck, assuming you discarded a hand trap for Dark Converter, then you can go ahead and search for a junk Synchron for follow-up. You then Synchro summon your 5. Activate the effect of XL Synchro Stardust Dragon. Synchro summon 10. Into this batter, draw 2. You then make your Omega. And now you rip once, effect of this batter, reviving your Omega. Effect again. So you see, it simplified it. Whereas the first two is something you'll be most familiar with because you want to do more. It seems like it should give you more, right? Okay, we're back here again. But this time, we're going to be utilizing Mare. So you activate Illumination, sending Trail. Activate Illumination, banishing it, increasing Stardust Synchron's level by 1. Synchro Baron. You then activate the effect of Stardust Synchron, tributing your Junk Synchron, which then triggers your Trail. You then Synchro summon your 7. Yazi, Baron effect, targeting Yazi, destroying it. Effect of Yazi Engrave, summoning a worm from your deck. Summoning Mare. Believe me, I hate him too. I hate him too. You then use the effect of Mare, reducing its level by 1, special summoning a Mare token. You then make your Librarian. Activate the effect of Mare again, giving you a Mare token. You then Synchro 2. Chilling 1, Chilling 2. Once again, if you did not use all your junk Synchrons, you can search a junk Synchron here because you won't be able to search because you need the extra zone for the token. So you just revive 1, draw 1. Activate Mare's effect for the last time. You then go into your level 6 Stardust Charge, Chain 1, Chain 2. You then Synchro for your Marcher, Chain 1, Chain 2, reviving your Shaman. You then make your XL Synchro Stardust Dragon, Chain 1, Chain 2, reviving your Shaman. Activate the effect XL Synchro Stardust Dragon. Disbatter, so you draw twice, 1 for Stardust Dragon, 1 for Disbatter. And then you make your Omega. So you use Omega's effect, ripping a card from your hand, effect of Disbatter, reviving the Omega, and rip another card. So this is the biggest difference of why I am so inclined on playing Mare. I know it's a brick, I know it's a nuisance drawing it, like it's the worst. But it's just so good, like what it can do. It draws you way more cards, you end on the same board as you would with just no draws, without it. But the draws is what allows you to maintain tempo, or allows you to extend to end your board. Which is why TG Hyper Librarian is so crucial for the deck. And of course, there's other deviations you can do depending on your extra deck. But this is mainly focusing on this guy, because this is a new edition of the deck. But nonetheless, how epic is that? That's a few sequences you can learn and should learn because they will come up. And if you know them, your freestyle experience will be much better because you know where you need to go and what the objective is, so you can properly sequence your combo in that direction. The extra deck is a bit odd at the moment because we're trying to facilitate this guy. And because this is basically 2 Omnis, if you think about it. It's not necessarily an Omni, but you're taking a card, so it's like basically negating it because they can't utilize it unless it's like a tragedy or something. But other than that, like you just ripping card for card, you know. And then by then, you have more cards, more ways to draw into interactions. You have an Omni, you have an occasion or a pop. That's basically it. Hopefully enjoy the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.